All right, y'all. I'm not gonna go through all the negativity I just went through a second ago. Because that post drove me wild for a second. So I'm just gonna pick up where I left off. I just think it sucks when I can't see the chat because like I'm literally talking to myself. So I totally apologize about that. That was not intentional. And so now I can see the chat right in here, which is what normally can happen. So when y'all come back in, tell me, hey, Riley, my dog is sick, so I'm definitely keeping a good eye on her. As y'all come in, tell me, hey, tell me your name, tell me where you from. I want to know all about y'all because we're going to chat today, child. We're going to chat. As you can see, I'm in a transition hairstyle. I just took my braids out yesterday, so I gotta let my hair breathe a little bit. And like I was saying on the last live before I got cut off here, or I had to cut off, like I was like, if I try to be all, let me get my face done, let me get this done, let me do this, which I had on makeup for a meeting I had earlier today. I would have never get on here. So I really wanted to chat with y'all, see where y'all at. I haven't talked to y'all in a while. We have not chat in a while. I've been inconsistent with my uploads, and I'm so sorry about that. But I needed a detox from social media for a while, even from content creating. I'm on, but I'm not on. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like I needed a minute. I had so much things going on in my personal life that I was just like, folks stress me out. Hey Riley, what's going on? You always coming in with the eyeballs. Riley, it might just be me, you, and whoever these folks is that's not talking. Cause, um, yeah, thank you, Riley. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, and that's what I had to say to myself. I was like, girl, like you have over 500 uploads. Like you're talking about a very niche topic. A lot of people don't even do a year on YouTube before they give up. You've been doing this for what, 4 or 5 years now. I was like, take a break. Like, it's okay. So I did upload today. Crazy thing is, I didn't realize I already had videos that were like edited and done. Like, all I had to do was review it and put it up. Yeah, there is a lot going on just in general. So you had to step away from social media, or you feel like you just stepped away from like social life, period? Because sometimes I feel like I want to step away from social life. And when I say step away from social life, that doesn't mean I'm not going to go out and have a good time. I just ain't calling everybody to come with me. And I ain't telling a soul. Hey, Trish. Trish, I haven't seen you in a while. Trish with a Y. Oh my goodness. Hey, girl. Hey, did you change your name? Like on here, the no one. I don't remember that name. I can see you. I can see you change your thing. Is that I love HR? You did. Okay. Because I was like, I feel like your name had, like your old YouTube name had, like your name in it or something. What's going on, Fred? You coming back to visit me and Riley? We ain't see you in a while. Riley said he had to step away from everything. I had to reset and made some adjustments to my professional and personal circle. Some folks ain't make the cut. And the crazy thing is, like, I had a season a few years ago where I had shrank my circle, right? And it really had bothered me because I was like, these are some of my A1s, D1s that I thought will always, always be here, like until retirement, until, we're old ladies sitting on the porch reading our newspaper in the morning. But now I feel like, gosh, a lot of people ain't making the cut. And if they make the cut, they make the full cut. So like I just ain't all the way available. I'm exhausted. Like and I'm annoyed with like having to and I just let me back up. Like I told my cousin, it's not them, it's me. I've changed what works for me. And I can't say I changed, I just matured. There's just some stuff I ain't tolerating no more. There's some stuff I don't feel like having around me no more. I don't want telephone where this one said this because I talked to this one. I don't feel like none of that. We grown. Like I'm over 40. What are we doing? I don't want people to do things that I feel like, did you not think about me when you did this? I ain't even gonna talk about surgery. Like I'm sitting here trying to recover from surgery. That's why I was like, oh, oh, all y'all getting cut off. Like, you mean to tell me you ain't got no my house to just like peep on me and make sure I'm breathing? Like you didn't even bring me a bottle of water? Like I planned things for you. I did so many things for other people and times where I just want to celebrate them. I'm like, I was a mess after surgery. My right leg was completely numb. They had blown the blood vessel in my right arm. I could not even walk by myself. My mom, I needed 24-hour care. So my aunt would stay all day. My mom would stay all night. I couldn't go to the restroom by myself. I definitely couldn't cook. I couldn't walk my dog. Like, it was rough just to have some damn fibroids taken out. And like, it was weird because like multiple people are like, text me. Either they text me where you can clearly see they forgot. And I'm like, I have told you for months I'm having surgery. Or they're making promises that they don't fit, or they're like, hey girl, like it's an everyday thing, or they just strolling on and then just like, well, I thought you was resting from surgery. How? It's surgery. Like my body ain't normal. Anyhow, let me get out there because people ain't make the cut. Let me put it that way. Now these days my phone can ring and I look at it and keep going. Like I'm not answering everybody. People asking me like, oh, you okay? I'm fine. I just need a break from social media, from people. I need a break. And I was so frustrated because I went to South Africa and thought, woosah, to come back. And I was just like, what? What happened to now? Child, leave me in this house by myself, single. Because people think you lonely because you don't have a partner, you live alone, you're an empty nester. No, I love it here. My trash don't get filled up. I can take my trash out maybe once a week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe twice a week. I don't have no ton of like cooking I need to do. I don't have no bunch of laundry. I really could let my laundry stack up. I can come and go as I please. I can do whatever. I can have visitors if I want. I don't have to have visitors if I don't want. I can I can get up and walk around butt ass naked and be happy. Like I love it here. Yeah, I love to have a partner, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I love this life of mine. Like I realize I ain't gotta worry about if you think, oh, to be in a relationship, it's 50-50. What kind of 50-50? I don't do 50-50. I've been doing 100% for over 20 years. If you coming in here, we ain't about to do no 50-50. Um, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about, hey, what'd you do with your money? I can have boxes at the door and ain't nobody like, you need to stop shopping. What are you doing? I can do what the hell I want. I love it here. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Let me catch up with the chat. Y'all know I trying to play like I need my glasses, child. I need my glasses. I don't know what's going on. Let me see what's going on in the world down here. All right. Um. Hey, Miss Nina. Oh, you single too, Trish? Oh, you just feel like you're happy here. Yeah. Oh, Riley. Riley, that's why me and you. Oh, you get it. Some things you just literally outgrow, and that's okay. And that's the thing. I think I've been like, I guess I'm a people pleaser where I'm trying to like make everybody feel okay. I'm trying to use the right words, but most of I'm gonna say multiple people, but it's been more than one person in the last 2 years that have said to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be exact to exact. It was three people have said to me in the last 2, maybe 3 years that I'm long-winded. Matter of fact, it was four. It was four. Two of them made a joke together, and the other two said it separately. And the thing that drives me wild about that is I'm like, do you know how much I don't want to talk? Like I create this YouTube channel to help other people, and my plan was to like see people grow in their career, not go through the hurdles I went through, make the money they want, blah blah blah, right? So I created this YouTube channel, but you know how annoying it gets to create content and sit there or move around and think about what angles I need to get and all this stuff. Talking to yourself, that's the weirdest shit. And it's annoying. Sometimes you just don't want to talk. You know how even when I was deep in my church, and I got reasons why I really am not deep in my church no more. Every time I look, somebody else supposed to be talking. They're like, Tamika, you go do it. I'm tired of that. I am like the family secretary. Something happened. Hey, Mika, da, da, da. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to show up for everybody, especially when you mature and realize that people don't show up for you the same way. And then they're like, but I don't like that. Oh, you don't like it, so you ain't showing up for me. Got it. I don't like it anymore either. Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't hear nothing. I started taking everybody. All these people needed my location. You single, you by yourself. If somebody need to have your location, I took my location off everybody. Don't worry about where I'm at. I'm home. All right. I saw South Florida, Mighty Zane. What's good, Mighty Zane? We ain't see you in a minute either, but I haven't been on live. So I can't get you like I can get Trish. Because Trish, we've been going live and I haven't seen Trish. Mighty Zane, you've been on. I just ain't been on. Thank you, boo. Come back. And the whole US has gone crazy. Charlie talking about it in South Africa. I'm embarrassed internationally. Oh my God. The people in South Africa are like, how y'all doing with your president? Then they like, tell him mind his business. Tell him take his people back. In Cape Town, that's what they were saying. They were like, there's too many colonizers here. But I mean, it's funny to hear them say it in their accent, but Lord, it was embarrassing, child. Not sure if you've spoken on it, but this immigration stuff is throwing me off. Everybody I know is struggling with knowing what's going on right now. No, I haven't spoken about immigration. First of all, this man write an executive order every other day, and he got a whole bunch of them out there that they're going sorting through, deciding if they're going to agree or not, and then make us wait for 6 months just to find out that they're going to agree with it. But anyhow, so I don't like talking about topics until they're finalized because these videos are evergreen. People can look at it at any time, and I don't want people to be confused. So I try to avoid talking about topics. Now, if something is confusing, I may do a topic on that. But to say, how do I move forward? If it's not finalized and I give my opinion. So immigration, I try not to hit on. It's a difficult one with immigration, period, because it's kind of both sides, right? Most of my experience hasn't been people who are leaving. Because remember, I stopped working in December. So, and I don't normally work in industries where there are people that where the career fields are for these people, right? Or most people are working in. Um, so I haven't had a lot of experience with people just disappearing and being deported and like ISIS coming to their door. But I've had a lot of experience with people who are not citizens or are not um, permanent residents or what have you who are trying to work. And I'm no expert in it. I depend on our attorney so much. So Riley, you ain't alone in that. But I wouldn't think you're in the industry where you're getting a lot of that either. Yeah. Yeah, Trish. So you and your man, husband, I don't know. Yeah. You been a what cut? Oh, Riley, plenty family ain't make it, child. They kind of start the they kind of start the ripple effect for me. I'm a tap on this and I probably shouldn't talk about it much because me doing a simple post, not calling anybody's name on Facebook, caused all of these family members who are in my mother's generation to be upset with me. Charlie, they unfollow me, they block me, all kind of stuff. Which they always had problems. So I really don't feel no type of way about them. But and it's sad. So I'm just like, you know what? If you're not there, who am I to put your space there? It took a lot of money and a lot of counseling for me to even be here. Like I probably would have already like reached out 1,000 times. People pleasing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to be that way. I probably would have never put the post, to be honest with you, because I'm not a girl who like do posts that would like, how do you call them? I don't do the shady post type of stuff. What I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna just talk about. But but yeah, they kind of started it because we were planning a family reunion and like my mind just think differently. So when we were planning it, I was so confused. Like why I'll say this, they got upset because they wanted to have a meeting to talk about two topics, date and location. I don't come to no meeting in my life to talk about two topics unless these two topics heavy. But for a family reunion, date and location, first of all, we didn't talk about the date. Second of all, location ain't hard. We in Charleston, ain't that much places they gonna let black people gather. So, and my sister has a whole beach house that she was gonna let us use for free. So why are we really talking about location? You know what I'm saying? But they got all upset and like it became this whole big thing. Now I will say I had an amazing cousin, my mom's first cousin, who like came back to me and apologized. And I just felt like she was in a bad space. She just went through losing a very close family member. So I totally get it. Same thing for the other one, but ego get in people's way. So I was like, you know what, enough of this. And of course, when one go, then the siblings want to go. And I'm like, we had a lifetime of a good relationship where you've helped me with stuff, I help you with stuff. And y'all want to stop talking to me because what now? Because I actually know my shit. because I didn't show up to a meeting with two topics, because I show up with a deck that had an agenda, because I had shit already done. I did research and we were actually making a plan. I mean, they upset because I was trying to do a survey with the family. Child, y'all don't know your family no more. We only see each other at funerals. We lined up the last funeral. Y'all didn't even know that's your cousins in front of you. Why are they in front of us? Them your cousins. You don't even know. Huh. Anyhow, so yeah, I had started with family, child. I started with family. Some of my church hurt came from family. All of my church hurt, majority, I'll say 95% of it. So that been quite a few I had cut off too. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. I don't even care. The crazy thing is when I cut off family, friends, folks around you, whatever. When I did that, y'all know my life just, it's like the Lord just like put me on this little train track and steered me into like blessing, 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 blessing. Like things were happening in my life, still are, that I never even imagined. Back in the day, I wouldn't have ever thought I could sit home for 7 months, 7 months, and not have a regular full time job or a paycheck. Back in the day, I couldn't do 7 minutes, 7 days. The Lord just let me sit home for 7 months and ain't no light get cut off, ain't no car get taken. I had to call and make no payment arrangement, my mortgage paid. Like I went on trips. I did vacations. Like I went before I couldn't even drive down the street because I had no gas in the car. Huh. So if you think, I know, I just say this, when you cut people off, sometimes you gotta like leave your hands free of the BS so you can get the blessings. And it don't work, it's no different for your career, right? For your career, I just saw a post too in the same group that had irritated me earlier, where this girl was saying like she had worked in logistics for 20 years and somebody gave her was her network was referring her to a new position and she was terrified because she got PTSD from the old job. Child, let that go. Let that job go. Say sayonara, bye bye. Who stays in logistics for 20 years? Like the tenure in that industry sucks because that industry sucks. Logistics and manufacturing sucks. It's a hard place to work. People don't learn how to manage. They learn how to dictate. The turnover is shitty. You know, I some disconnections, yeah, they hurt, or they might bother you, or they may be on your mind. But when you start seeing how your hands, your life, start getting loaded with blessings, you be like, oh. So you've been supposed to been gone. Even people like I've dated. I'm like, what? You sound weird. Like as you escalate in life, people are like, you hear all the insecurities you didn't know existed. I'm like, just because I'm doing well, that doesn't mean you're gonna suffer. Anyhow. All right, let me see what y'all say in the chat because I know y'all ain't feel like hearing me. Oh, you and your husband. Okay, you and your girl, I know that's right. You and your husband empty nesting. Y'all having a good time. I'm the go-to for my company for visas, green cards, and all that. That's 1/3 of what I spend my time on. These petitions, them petitions been taking long, and I know they bogged up now. Oh, well, we talking about that side of things. I can't lie to you, Riley. I really depend on legal because every experience I've had is from a different country or a different situation. Like I've had people who had like regular green cards that are about to expire. I had people that had work visas. I've had people that had education visas. Their work is different. You know, as long as they say, as long as you can show that the work is needed for this immigrant and that you have a shortage of the work here, then your chances of getting approved are higher. But child, we done took people through several different rounds of different types of visas, and they still get denied. I work with a company that's paid for these things. That's paid for the legal side, paid for the process, paid the fees. And like I've had some people who I'm like, yay, now you're here. Like you're great, you're good to go. I've had some tied to our job, some tied to the industry. I feel like immigration is almost like technology where the laws haven't catch up and they need to catch up. Like they need to catch up quick because I just don't understand how these people can be here all the time and now it's all confusing. Like how you send people who have lived here for 20 years back to a country they haven't been to in 20 years. Obviously they ain't got no house there. Like that confuses me. I know one thing, after I went to South Africa, if they send me back over there, child, I'd be happy. Just let me find a job. Like, ooh, let me save my money now because I wouldn't be surprised if I pick up and just move over there now. Life is nice over there. I love it. Customer service top tier. They celebrate, child. I lost all the video footage I had where I had did like this whole video of showing y'all how they celebrated on Mother's Day. I mean, the mother, the grandmama, the sister, the brother, like everybody, and they dancing. Child, we can't even get together for a damn cookout over here. But anyhow, anywho, I'm sorry you going through that though, Riley. Yeah, that was part of my job, but honestly, I ain't got no problem saying when I know something. I've only had like a handful of immigration cases, and every single one of them went different. So that's not my area of expertise. So when they get to something beyond my control, and I can't even say beyond my control every time, I need legal. Where's the legal department? Are you guys going to be able to meet this meeting? Okay, we're going to change the date and the time because legal will not be able to attend. Don't leave me out there by myself. All right, let me see. Oh, thank you, Trish. Thank you. Good. Okay, that's what's up. I appreciate that. I know everybody can't make the lives. I'm gonna start just doing lives different times of the day because that's what the folks was telling me last time. Oh, Riley, that's probably where I need to be. I can't even tell you that family reunion, the one right before we were planning, because we were actually planning a longer family reunion. That one was like a 1 day all in cookout. Um, and personally, I enjoyed it. It was so nice to see my family. But that's how I am. I'm gonna talk to everybody at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I party and socialize enough that I literally had to come to all the games. Like when I got there, they were just sitting around looking at each other. I'm like, well, y'all ain't did nothing. Child, I came at the games. Older people, don't come to this table if y'all want to come because this game, I include the young people. So if you smoke a little herb, listen, I got you. We got some games in here for that too. If you want a little drinky drink, I drink too. We got you. Everybody needs some money. So I like playing the saran wrap game. And I started it with that. And the saran wrap game to me is just a big icebreaker. It's kind of expensive depending on what you put in it. Um, but to me, it's a big icebreaker. And I was just like, come on, we gonna mix a mango. And I talked to everybody. And I really felt like our family could learn from each other. So I wanted the next one to be one where we incorporated resources, knowledge, like so people can just elevate. Like it's crazy when I hear some of my cousins be like, "Oh, you the rich one." Rich, we all got time. Ain't plenty money out here. Go get it. Stop sitting on your ass. Like get up off of social media. You be posting on social media every day about nothing. Go make money. Like anyhow, we all can make money and manage your money. Know your budget. Know how much you're spending because people ignore that part. You got to know how much you're spending. To me, I want to make more money on a job. How much you want to make? I don't know. I think and such said I should make. No, your budget should tell you what you should make. Why are you letting somebody in the whim tell you how much you can make? To me, every time I apply, they give me way below what I'm looking for. Did you ask the salary? Did you find that? Did you apply to a job that had the damn salary posted? I'm in the interviewing game for surprises. We can talk about the salary up front. Because if it don't meet what I need, please don't schedule an interview for me. And y'all, I've been saying that for a long time. I wasn't saying that after I started making six figures. I've been saying that for a long time. I had a family to feed all by myself. I was finding myself going to child support court where my daughter daddy should be paying child support, and they're decreasing his child support because I made so much more money than him. I had to survive. So, child, we ain't out here about no. Oh, I'm gonna just wait till the end to see how much they offer. Well, you looking for a job? I be looking for a career because a job, y'all let them play with y'all. A career, that's not what we doing. That's not what we doing. Um, I own one tonight in a rally. I shouldn't have jumped over on here after seeing that Facebook post. I don't know what's wrong with me. That thing had really rattled my nerve, but I've been meaning to get on live with y'all. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, Ava. I just got my HR micro credential certificate. Congratulations. Do you see the confetti behind me? Confetti, confetti, confetti. Yes. Okay. And I just wanted to ask you, how do companies prefer look at credentials than degrees if it matters? Really, I tell everybody, I don't care if you're going in to be the admin assistant or if you're going in to be the CEO. People want to know, what do you know? You can have all the degrees in the world. I know a bunch of people that either got degrees and don't know nothing, and I know a lot of people who don't have a damn degree, and I'd be like, damn, you smart. So a degree don't define you, a certification don't define you. I've had leaders where I have way more accolades than they do, several. So don't let that define you. I would put that on there, but pay more attention to your skills and how you can show that you've elevated on those skills. Like, one thing is that, especially if you're like just starting your career, write a quick summary, a quick two, maybe three liner, no paragraph, of like what your experience holds that relates to the position that you're applying to and what your career aspirations are. So now you're getting them in the mind of, okay, this is what she wants to do, but she has some experience in this, and this. So let me see what's going on. So kind of do that and apply to the jobs that you actually want. But you can do salary research on my blogs. I have like different blogs in the finance tab on the blog section that tell you how to find salary information. First of all, before you even look at that salary information, before I even put that link in the chat, do your budget so you can know that's your minimum. And nobody should ever, personally, I just don't feel like anybody should apply for what's going to be their minimum, because that means every time a check come in, it go right back out, right? Because you're only applying for the minimum, so you only paying your basic needs. Go a little bit above that, and then go, okay, let me do another budget to see what life can be like comfortably if I wanted to do the things that I can't do because I can't afford them. When you do that together, that's gonna tell you your minimum and your maximum, and only apply to jobs that have pay transparency. If they show in the salary, if somebody reaches out to you, a recruiter, a hiring manager, a staffing agency, first question you ask them is, "What's the salary?" And I wouldn't say first, but that should be one of three. Your first three. I don't move unless I know that if you reach out to me, because I'm not going to waste your time. Because obviously you're excited about me. You found me. Since you found me, I need to make sure I'm excited about you. And the first place I'm gonna get excited about you is the salary. Then we can talk about this job. Right. So obviously I meet the minimum qualifications if you're reaching out to me. You found something about me that works. So yeah, I don't play about that. So I would say, great on getting your certifications. I'm always here for it. I'm a forever learner. So I'm gonna always tell y'all like learning more is great. But don't focus on that. Focus on your resume, focus on growing and starting your network. Reach out to them folks, to focus on doing some research on these companies and make sure you ain't going into some BS. And then make sure that your resume match the jobs that you're applying to. Right. And I wouldn't say match to 100%, because if I find a job where I can do absolutely everything on that job posting, then I'm overqualified for that job because I already know this job. I need some challenges. I need an opportunity to grow. Cool. All right. Tell me if that worked for you, Ava? What study guide books would you recommend for the SHRM SED? You must be new here, JSU Tigers. You must be new here. I'm only going to recommend my study notes. So let me grab the link. I'm gonna stop playing, y'all. If I'm playing around too much, y'all let me know. But sometimes I just want to get on here and have some fun. But let me grab the notes, because there's been great success rates with my notes. Like, honestly, if you ask me, I don't even want to do the notes. Like, it gets kind of tired to keep making them over and over. Like, sometimes I want to create new stuff. Like, I just created the course. But that's one of my highest selling items. Like, I think that's number one or number two of like my best selling thing. Um, and I got some testimonials on the actual website where you go to purchase. But I literally can dump even more. Like, I can't tell you the number of DMs, comments on videos where people use my notes and they pass. So absolute confidence in them. I always suggest that you do more than one study material. So I'm gonna give you another link with the study materials that I suggest, and they're low cost. When you just start in your career, child, I don't believe in giving people like, you know, I just don't believe in being like, oh, get this for 500, well, $1,000, because that's how much it be costing to get the study materials. So I'm not big on that. I'm always like, get a budget, especially if you're paying out of pocket. If the company paid y'all, get the best, get the Cadillac. If you paying, stay on a budget. Because I tell people all the time, like when I go at the happy hour, I go on vacations, I go to, brunch. Them people don't be asking me about certifications and degrees. They be asking me what I want on that menu. So my biggest goal is to have that salary so I can pay this bill. But I said that to say I'm only using those things on the job. You're only getting them for that company. Unless you become a consultant or something later, or you do what I'm doing, and then of course you gotta know your stuff. But um, if you're just doing it to get the job or start working, let them companies pay for that stuff. And don't pay no bunch of money. Oh, thank you, Nikki. I'm happy to hear that, child. I've been trying to be an inspiration. Like I was telling the folks who got on earlier, if you were on here, I don't know if you caught it. I was just going through a space where social media was just getting on my nerve. What you going through, Nikki? Oh, let's change the topic, Riley. Who you think that interest Do you think the interest in HR has decreased? I went to a graduation a few months ago and HR management had on a handful of graduates. No, I just think that they're still growing that program. I don't think they promote it as much. I also think that people have worked at places where HR still just got a bad name. But I mean, that's something to think about. I don't feel like it because I mean I'm interacting with HR professionals all day long and every day with HR. I mean, I don't think we would have had what almost 24,000 subscribers if it was going down. I just think that there are a lot of layoffs, so people are cautious about it. I also think that there are less HR positions open, so people are thinking that that might not be career stability because it's not as many jobs. But that's interesting to know that there were less HR graduates because, I think the thing is, I feel like HR graduates have always been on the lower end because it's still a fairly new degree. Like, it's not like, getting a business degree or getting like a degree that's been around for 50, 100 years or 200 years. Like, HR degrees just came out in the last 15 years because they're only master's degrees were barely coming up. I think I was in the second class at the school that I had got that had master's degrees in HR. They still new. So, and companies still don't know the value of them. So they're not really pushing for that, right? I think it's a myriad of issues, but I wouldn't say that the interest in HR itself is one of the leading issues. Or I wouldn't say it's the top issue. It could be a leading issue. I don't think it's a top issue. Um, Oh yeah, Ava. I did a video on how companies look at degrees versus, or well, I didn't say how companies look at them. I said the difference between like the two, a degree versus a certification. So you'll probably find that helpful. But to be honest with you, the biggest thing you want to focus on is getting that experience. Get your network out there. Get that resume right. It's too many people that I have been on a team with who we go through all of these people in interviews for interns, HR generalists, like so many roles. And like the degree or the certification was not the defining factor. I mean, we've brought in people who have no certification and still working on a degree. We brought in people who have no degree, no certification. I've worked for people who have the degree, no certification. I work for them. Mind you, I make six figures. Stop focusing on them things and get your resume where you look and sound like an HR professional. That's the first thing. Second thing is get your network right. My network has come through for a girl majority of my career. So I don't forget where I'm going. Because see, y'all send me down a rabbit hole when y'all talk about them certifications versus degree. Y'all know how the thing irritate my nerve. If y'all don't know, now you're learning. If you're new here, you don't know that it really irritates me because people think that's the gateway and that's not. I'm gonna just be honest with you, it's not. I hate the sound that transparent, but I'm a transparent girl. It's just not. Like, I'm gonna be real clear. It's too many people that have the certifications and degrees, and other people that don't have them get the job before them. So don't let that be your defining factor. But let me find this video real quick, and then I'll come right back to the chat. I'm looking right now, y'all. I should just do a quick search. Oh, I got two videos, but one is a story time, so I'm gonna just share this one where I kind of get to the point. Um, but personally, I feel like your networking, your resume, far beats a degree or a certification. Personally, if you want to get them. But if I could do it all over again, I would have waited on the certification and the degree. I would have totally waited. Well, I would have waited on the degree. Both companies, when I failed and when I passed, companies paid for both. I either got paid for upfront or I got a reimbursement. Um, but if I can do it all over again, yeah, I owe more. Let me shut up because I'd be too transparent with y'all. Um, Is it worth it to pay for the flex job website or the remote job website? You know what? I wouldn't pay for none. I'm not one that's going to pay for job postings. Now, I do put those out there if you're okay with paying for it, but then people feel like they got to fit that and they start giving me junk. So I had tested it out for y'all, but I'm not a fan. it's going to be more advantageous to just go into these job search boards that are free and do filters for just remote positions. Like there are tons of them out there, so you don't have to be dedicated to the site. I would not pay for somebody to give me job postings. Just don't. I haven't found the value in that yet. So don't do that, Lily. Don't let them take your coins, child. There's too many jobs out there. If it was like less jobs available, I'd say yeah. But it's too many jobs available to do that. Good. Listen, don't get me going again, JSU. You're talking about preach. Listen, I'm gonna bring the sermon. You have experience in 2 master's degrees, and I am in New York. SHRM SCP. I am. I guess you're certified. I am still making 63,000. I work for a nonprofit in healthcare. I feel so loose. Well, I mean, first of all, nonprofit is not going to be a very well paid industry. Um, I mean, especially not for New York. Um, I've done lower positions outside of nonprofit and made more than nonprofit salaries for directors. Um, I, I wouldn't. No, Nikki. You know what? You just need to do a strategic job search. Do you have experience in the career field? Like Nikki, you work in H yeah, you work in HR. You got HR experience? If you got HR experience, then your resume just need to be up to par. And you just need to apply strategically. I talk about that in the course that I just did. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all a code because I already said I was gonna do this anyhow. If you're trying to get your foot in the door, right? You get nothing but nonstop crickets every time you apply. Ain't nobody applying, ain't nobody listening, right? Um, if you find yourself saying, okay, I've been working in recruitment or entry level positions and I'm really, really trying to get higher and they're not letting me go higher. Now honestly, I can get that done on a resume of you because usually it's just your resume. But if you're like, you know what, I want to do a career pivot. I'm a brand new graduate, or I just got a degree, no experience, that type of thing. Then I created this course for y'all because people keep asking me this, and it's all the same things. And I promise you, in this course, I don't talk about no degree or no certification. I talk about the true things that work. I talk about the true things that work. These are things I help my mentees with. Now they get one-on-one help, right? But in this course, the feedback I've gotten from this course, I send it out to some people to test it out for me, and all of them are like, "Oh my God, I felt like you were talking to me," or "I started talking because I thought you were talking to me," or "Oh, this seems so personal." I talk to you in that way because I talk just like I talk now, and I did that because I don't want to feel like a lesson or another course. I want y'all to just get results. So right now is marked down to $47. My plan or the original price for this thing is $97. This is gonna be $47 for a short period of time. So grab that. If you feel like, okay, I got all of these things, then it's really your job search strategy. And I go through a thorough job search strategy in that course. Like I legit go through a thorough job search strategy. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give y'all a code. This thing already marked down to $47. I'm going to give y'all a code to get $10 off for everybody who on this chat right now. So let me create this code real quick. And with this code, you can get it for $37. Just know that I'm only going to have that code available until 9 o'clock tonight. So you got an hour and 15 minutes to use this code. Y'all want to use this code, I'm mad at you. Do your thing. But if you can say, okay, I'm just not gonna go get my nails done this week because I really need to get my career going. I done tried everything under the sun, and I ain't getting the results. And this person who got 13 years of HR experience, dedicated HR experience, all the way up to director level, is telling me exactly what I need to do. Then you might want to grab this. So let me make y'all code. See, child, I don't, I suck at sales. I don't like trying to coach people into buying shit. Either you're gonna buy it or you're not. If y'all know the value in me, then y'all know I ain't giving y'all no BS. Let's be real. Lord, where I make the code at? Do Jesus. I'm so busy up here fussing, child. We gotta make the code. um, because I made a code before for this course. All right, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. See if I stop fussing. Mm-hmm. And we'd be good to go. Uh, and as long as it takes me to make this code, then just know that before I get off this live, I'll make sure to give y'all like extra time. Like I'll change it from it's gotta be here. I'm so sorry, y'all. How many people want the code? Give me a one in the chat if you want the code. Go ahead, load up my chat chat. We'll find it. Oh, Riley, what are you helping the people with? Because you're amazing. I'm gonna make the code in 2 seconds. I went back and finished my MBA, and that started 2 years ago. And I decided to choose HR management as my concentration. Should I put it on my resume, or will it overclock me for manager roles? No, 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 no. Now, Candy King, I just need you to go back and look at that last live I just did. I just watched a resume writer put that inside this minority group that I'm in on Facebook, and that is not the case. You don't have to do that. Now, what I will ask you is, let's look past this degree. Do you have experience in HR, Candy King? Do you have experience in HR? You so welcome, JSU. I'm trying to tell him, Riley. Riley, that's why I like you in the chat, because you be, yeah, I be feeling like I'm on this island by myself, and then you plop up with your little boat and fold right on in and be like, Tamika, I'm here too. I appreciate that. Yeah, not to be honest, the network is the number one place. Let me tell y'all something. I don't think y'all understand. Like without my network, I really want to say I don't know if I would have had as much career success. And I say that because people who would beat me for the job, so I go and work in on a job and I get there, and then I realize it's their network that get them the job. They know less than me. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like old girl. And Angela on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I be needing my fan child. I'm going through a situation, I guess. Um, there's a lot of people that don't. Riley, like, let me just get off the line because you got this, man. You got you right. Barack Obama said it best. He said that he's been in a lot of rooms with a lot of dumb people. And I'm just paraphrasing, right? I don't know his exact words, but I thought how amazing for him to really like just bring that to the light. I can't tell you how many times I've been in rooms with people and I'm like, how do you get this position again? Like for real. But you know what? I ain't even gonna blame y'all for it. Again, let's go back to this family reunion, right? Rather don't like going to his family reunion. But I'm gonna tell you about this family reunion situation. We get to these family